I promised my wife that in 45 days I'd have this entire basement refinished, and it is day 74. Yeah. Slightly disappointing, but I've learned so much in this entire process that I can hardly be upset. I'm starting from knowing nothing about anything to being able to finish an entire basement. At the beginning, I struggled so hard with finishing the drywall, and now I'm doing very, very well. I mean, it's like a professional job. Last episode, I finished the entire second coat of mud. Now, we're moving on to the third coat of mud. Well, sometimes you do have to do a fourth coat if you we'll get to that. Last week I did not upload because I went on a vacation in East Tennessee with my wife and my new son, Owen, and it was such an amazing time. Look at these cute pictures. But now we are back on the job. We're ready to go. The problem is I am feeling so all over the place and not focused today. It's driving me crazy. And Eddie is about to come over and explain to me how to do the third coat of mud. He always comes over and explains to me each step, and then he leaves and then I do it by myself. But I'm really struggling to focus today, so I might have to pull out the big guns. I've got a secret weapon, but okay, well, I'm gonna have to get that in a minute. Eddie's here, let me hang on.
No, I'm waiting on some stuff to come in. That's looking pretty doggone good, Doctor. Yes, indeed.
Whenever Eddie comes over, I really just try to listen as best I can and just soak in the knowledge that he is giving me so I can try and do this on my own.
Hit it with your block. No.
Yeah.
Right there, yeah. Hit it with your standard. Let me look at it.
I would love to be able to help friends and family and, maybe do this on the side sometimes if I want to.
You gotta get that way out there, Jordan.
What are you using, a 10-inch?
Yeah.
I don't know why I have this thirst to just understand how things work.
Third coat, you basically put it on and you take it off. Just kind of remember that. Put it on and take it off. Because all you should be doing is feeling imperfection.
It's always really invigorating and exciting for me to learn a new skill. Okay, Eddie seemed very pleased with what I did. I'm happy with that. Okay, the master has told the Padawan that he's not an absolute idiot. Luckily, I've done such a good job on the ceiling that I really don't actually need to do a third coat generally. But yeah, when he told me that news, that's like days of work that I don't have to do anymore. This is the 5th bucket of mud. But before I go ahead and start mixing that up, I've got to sand a lot today, and so, I don't want Owen breathing in all this stuff. Fine little particles. I've got this plastic drop cloth, and then I've got some painter's tape. I'm gonna seal up there. That is done, and now that I have sealed that off, I completely forgot to get my secret weapon. And I just sealed this off. This stuff is amazing. I don't know if you've ever heard of Magic Mind, but it is magic. For my mind. I've been having this for several days now, kind of as a 7-day challenge to see if it helps with my mental clarity while I'm down here. And let me tell you, I have noticed a huge difference. This isn't like your traditional caffeine. It's actually not a coffee replacement. There's not much caffeine in it. It's a mental performance shot that enhances your motivation, focus, and even your mood. Think of it like a daily essential vitamin for your mind. And you guys know that I do not like quick fixes. I like long-lasting solutions, which is exactly what this is. Some of the ingredients take 3 to 4 days to reach their full effect, so it's recommended to take it daily and notice a difference over the course of 7 days, hence the 7-day challenge. I've been doing that and have noticed a huge difference in my procrastination, which we know I struggle with down here. The matcha is literally the highest possible grade. The mushrooms are organically grown in California. They use cognizine cytocholine and nano-encapsulation technology, so the ingredients are just so bioabsorbable. And they're so confident that you're gonna love it that they have a 100-day refund. So if you want less stress, more sleep, and more focus, go to magicmind.com/JordanM and use code JordanM20 to get up to 48% off of your first subscription for the next 10 days. Thank you, Magic Mind, for sponsoring. Now, let's get into sanding. So what I'm doing while sanding is going over any ridges that I'm seeing, sanding those down so that when I run the knife down this section again, it doesn't jolt the knife and make it impossible to get a smooth line. For the third coat, you're really just filling in holes, but for some areas that are more rough, maybe I didn't do them so well, I have to go over more heavy on the third coat and then sand it down and then do the fourth coat, which is the skim coat, filling in the holes. So the whole time I'm going over these ridges, I'm kind of taking mental notes of areas that will be 4 coat areas and which will be 3 coat areas. And some of these areas are so good, I don't actually even have to do them a third time. I'm really happy with how this ceiling has turned out though. I'm gonna have to do a third coat on some of it, but yeah, that's not a big deal whatsoever. Third coat, you just skim it on, skim it off. I haven't gotten to come down here much this week. It's Thursday night, 8:30 at this point. I've just had a lot of editing work to do and stuff like that, so I'm just trying to, you guys know, trying to come down here as much as I can, but yeah, it's just slow. The good news though is that sanding really doesn't take that much time. It's just monotonous work. I don't have to think while I'm doing it though, which is nice. Right now, I'm scared that my cat has jumped out the window and is gone because I left the window open to air it out in here, and I'm seeing paw prints that are wet. Because it's raining outside. Maybe she's come back in, I'm not sure. She's an indoor cat and she is terrified of the outdoors. See, it's really important to get the lighting right while you're sanding. If the light is head on like this, that's gonna make everything look, flat. But if you go to the side like this, you can see a lot more of the imperfections, especially up here. Alright, well, I've done all the walls now. I've done this back portion of the ceiling. Now I just have the last like 2/3 or 3/4 of the ceiling to go. But the ceiling is honestly kind of the easy part. Can't believe I'm saying that. I think I actually need to go up to Home Depot and buy more of these blocks. I know there's another method of sanding with this pole and the sandpaper, but I don't know. This digs into the drywall too much and like leaves deep etches, even if I'm not pushing that hard. So I don't know. I'm a bit suspicious of this. That block sander doesn't leave marks like that. It just makes it look totally like it's drywall. I'm gonna stop for tonight, unfortunately. Can't believe how much dust. Can you see that? I gotta turn this fan on. Hopefully I find my cat. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I heard Tiamo. What is hilarious, let me turn this fan on. I didn't even think that Tiamo went back here still. But if you remember when I made my old videos, I'll link to it. My cat stuck on the wall. When we first got her, she was so scared of us. She like went underneath the shower and she lived back there and crawled into our wall. I just heard her itching herself. Tiamo? Tiamo, you back there? Tiamo, that is you. Okay. Love you. Going to work. See, I've got it sealed off on the stairs, so I've got to walk all the way around each time I need to do anything. Gotta change my clothes down here too, so I don't get, the dust everywhere. Let's finish up with the sanding. This has taken me so long today. Not quite sure why. It just is what it is. Like this spot right here, I don't want to sand that down too much, so I'm going to have to put a third coat over there. Alright, well, I did not get done nearly as much as I wanted to. I don't know what happened on this section. It just took me forever. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, this area over here seemed a lot more rough than over here, which is weird because I did that side when I was more practiced. So why was that side where I don't know. Look, I've let myself down this week. It's true, I really did. Next week, I am going to, this is nuts, okay? I'm gonna need Magic Mind to help me with this. I am going to strive to have this entire place primed by next upload, next Friday. If I can do that, I will feel like I am back on track. I am rejuvenated. I would love to have this done by Thanksgiving. Seriously, give Magic Mind a try. You're going to love it. Click the link in the description and use the code JordanM20 to be sure to get the discount. I will see you guys next week. Please, God help me with this project. Amen.